When Justin Theroux started dating Jennifer Aniston, his urbane biker look generated some serious supermarket tabloid side-eye. Like, "Mr. Wrong, he sucks, whatever," Theroux says, laughing. "Who is this guy, how dare he?" This was the inevitable challenge of courting America's sweetheart. "My wife is very beloved," Theroux says. "As she is by me." So there was this thing of, who's this dark, horrible person? Maybe the fact that I wear a lot of black had something to do with that. But at 46, and having just celebrated their second wedding anniversary, he's comfortable saying his look is here to stay. "I'm not gonna take any wild fashion swings at this point," The Leftovers star tells Alexa on the set of our cover shoot. "I'm pretty much black jeans, black boots and t-shirts. Makes laundry very simple. At first you think he could be, like, a serial killer, but he is actually the nicest person in the world." Theroux's monochromatic uniform may give off a "don't F with me" vibe, but get him talking and his cover is blown. He's warm, open and quick with a joke. It's a light-dark balance that's reflected in his acting career, which ranges from dramatic and brooding, The Girl on the Train, Mulholland Drive, American Psycho, to shamelessly goofy, Wanderlust, The 10, Your Highness. As Aniston once put it, "At first you think he could be, like, a serial killer, but he is actually the nicest person in the world." The two sides are both at work on his latest gig, voicing black-clad bad guy Garmadon in the Lego Ninjago movie. For a man who just spent 3 seasons marinating in grief on HBO's show about the Rapture, Theroux found the villain's cackle to be a surprisingly heavy lift. "One whole recording session, they just wanted maniacal laughter," he says. "It's like a workout. By the end I never wanted to maniacally laugh again." But he does laugh, albeit not quite maniacally, when describing his new obsession. "I just found a Netflix show I'm addicted to, called Embarrassing Bodies," he says. "It's the most English thing I've ever seen. They set up a mobile clinic in Leeds, and say, you are welcome to pop in here if you have something you don't want your doctor to see. It cracks us up. It's always way worse than you thought it was going to be, and there's no pixelation." In keeping with his fascination with the medically macabre, Theroux owns Victorian-era wax models of syphilitic throats. "It's different stages of affliction," he says. "Basically, something's wrong with my throat, all the way through. Jesus, God, why haven't they invented penicillin yet?" It stays strictly in his home office. Modal Trigger. The strange collection surely delights his cadre of hilarious pals, including Jason Bateman, whom the paparazzi tagged as being in a bromance with Theroux after the two were snapped holding hands at a charity event. "I trusted Jason that he and I were having a bromance," Theroux jokingly sighs. "And then someone else sent me a picture of him and Will Arnett having a bromance a couple years ago. Imagine my surprise. This wasn't his first time doing this to someone in a bromantic way. I felt used. Some of the funniest people in the world are my friends," he adds quickly, "which I am so grateful for." As far as outward appearances, Theroux is a student of highbrow/lowbrow style, as is evident from his extensive collection of old t-shirts. "A large portion are my actual shirts from when I was age 13 up," he says. "There's no reason to ever throw out a great t-shirt. I have a whole collection of Desert Storm shirts, I love those. And spring break shirts, which I think are hilarious." He frequently browses for them on Etsy, but also relishes a Goodwill find. "I was just in Austin and got an amazing Eazy-E shirt for $1.50!" His attitude toward body art, meanwhile, can best be described as, why the hell not? If you've watched The Leftovers, you've seen his biggest tattoo, which nearly covers his entire back. It's a rat and a pigeon. It represents New York, he says. "It took 4 sessions. It was horrible. I had the sweats, a fever." He managed to survive, and then move on to just about every other inch of his body. "I have a ton on my legs," he says. "It looks like someone loaded a shotgun with ink and shot me up. It's just a place to doodle. The sketchbook is everything from my hips down." Theroux keeps his sketchbook, and everything above it, in spectacularly good shape. The longtime New Yorker used to skateboard and bike everywhere, including, in the early 90s, to his job as a bartender at East Village watering hole Vaughan. Gyms were not his thing. "I'd ride by them on my skateboard and be like, who the hell wants to go into a box and run on a treadmill?" He affects a Zoolander-esque voice, "You get on a thing and run, but you literally are going nowhere." Then he moved to LA, while keeping an apartment in downtown Manhattan, where gyms became a necessity.